So I saw some people on YouTube that were doing that, and I decided I'd give it a shot, and it was really fun. So I'm going to do that from now on. Little performance at the beginning of the video. Welcome to how to make sicko mode. This is the second part of the video. If you enjoyed the first part and you want to go a little bit deeper, that's why we're here. As you all know, I'm a pretty big fan of hip-hop. This is one of my favorite songs of 2018. In fact, I think it might be the best hip-hop song of 2018. It just kind of stands out above all the other beats that I heard in 2018. For those of you who are familiar with my How to Make series, what I have here is a track at the top of my browser in Live, at the top of the arrangement view. And I've got that keyed to a key on my keyboard, and I turn it off. And so what I can do is go between my track and soloing the beat here. So I'm going to flip back and forth between these two things while I'm composing it here. You'll also be able to hear my voice, funny moments, etc. Here we go. So this beat has 3 distinct sections, and I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like the first one, not nearly as much as I like the second two. So I'm not going to sit here and compose 3 beats. I'm not doing that for free. Thanks, YouTube. So what we're going to do first is sample our song here and cut those out. That's where one of them starts. All right, cool. So first things first, we need to grab some drums. I'm going to have 2 separate kicks. I believe they do change drums slightly throughout the song. Let's go ahead and grab a kick right now. I'm going to label this... Oh, excuse me. I had fried rice for lunch. I'm a little burpy. Y'all didn't want to know that, but now you know. I like that. I might cut out some of the highs, but we're going to keep that one from now. I love the snare in this song. It is a, what I would call a neuro snare. You know, it's a bit more like, it's got a sine wave in it. It's a little bit more thick. It's a than your standard kind of sound. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that from Mr. Bill's sample pack, which I really like. It's not long enough. I need to find a snare that's higher than that and pitch it down. All right, let's copy this beat. So what we're going to do now is add those hi-hats on top of this. So I'm going to get 2 channels here. There's a and there's also like some sort of a pitched hat roll. So let's call this one pitched roll. It's going to be hat left, hat right. They are panned. So we're going to go ahead and pan this one right, maybe 11. Pan this one the equivalent to the left. Pitched roll is going to be right down the center. And what we're going to do is figure out what the pattern is and add them. But first we need some samples. The pitched roll is going to come last because it's not going to be something we can make without a sample for either hat right or hat left. So let's grab some hats now. That's why it's exciting. That's pretty cool. I've been messing around with panning and also doing some sort of subtle reverb on stuff. And that's a thing right now, I think. So let's take a look at how the beat sounds after it comes in here, because this is definitely the introduction at least. I want to know what the snare, what the roll pattern is on the beat. So let's listen for that now. There's something else in here that I don't have a sample for. I'm gonna add these in here, which is funny because these are Drake samples and he's actually on the track. These are definitely lower in volume, and they're also reverbed. So I'm gonna call these special hats. We're gonna give them a little bit of reverb. I'm talking like a drum room on maybe 5%. 5%, not 54, Jesus. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds pretty close, man. All right, so we're going to copy this beat out, and I guarantee you it follows the same pattern as the kicks and snares, or it just kind of repeats. It's got so much variation in itself that it works, and I think that's the key here, which is pretty cool. So shout out to Travis Scott for making a sick beat. Hey, welcome to Sicko Mode. It's sick. All right. So what we want now is this kind of like bow, 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 bow. I'll make that in Serum as well, I guess. I just don't like it because it looks good. I think Massive gets overlooked because it looks bad. And it does. It doesn't look as good as Serum. Okay? You win. Massive does not look as good as Serum. But that's why it's better, because it uses less CPU in order to generate its graphics. I don't give a how the synthesizer looks. I just wanted to make good noises quickly, and Massive does that. And Serum is cumbersome, IMO. So there you go. Y'all can lick my... We can't put that on YouTube. I'll get demonetized. I'm gonna use an LFO for this, and I want it to rekey. I want it to be slower too. Opposite directions. Let's get some distortion on it. Probably some rectification or something nasty. Something to make it scream a little bit. If we were in Massive, I could use the scream filter. Let's try using a formant filter here instead of using one on the tail end of it. That's a good idea. All right, let's get that lead in here, and then we'll get the sub in here. There's also some samples in here that I'm not going to be able to replicate because I don't have them. So they have some sort of and some sort of sort of like vocal choppy sample going on, which I can try to imitate, and I guess I will. We're going to grab a sample from one of Cymatic's vocal samples. It doesn't really matter. Or we can check out these down here. Bang. All right, there's that beat. So I'm going to copy it out to the rest of the track later. Let's go get the second beat now. I have a feeling this one's going to be a lot harder than the first one. It's going to be a trap snare that's kind of like more of a clap snare. Get a kick in here. That's close enough. Alright, so we need to do that organ, that nee na 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 nee na na nee na 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 nee na na, and also this like introduction thing, which I believe is just going to be an operator patch. Sorry, an analog patch. So I'm going to load both of those in here. Both of those are going to be MIDI. So we'll do the dee da 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 because it's first, and then we'll do the other one, and then we'll do the sub. This one's definitely going to be an organ. I can hear the church organ. What did we use for the Carpenter Brute again? That was so organy. I think it was I think it was Expand 2. This little cheap synth. I got it for like $1. Let's see here. Cool. Let's give that a little bit of reverb. Give it a hall. We'll give it a church. Next one's gonna be some like cuts and bleepy bloopies, and that one's gonna definitely be analog, the instrument. Let's grab analog and put it in here. All right, that was easy. Now we want hip hop subs. It's gonna be under operator. There we go. That's it right there. That's the whole damn thing, guys. I think. The beat ends. Okay, so that's the entire second beat right there. That's not bad. Except for some effect. I think it's a Lex Luger effect. It's like... Alright, so what I'm going to do now is kind of fill in the holes and mix it down a little bit and normalize the project. And then I'll come back and do a little sign off and talk about what I did. But from right here on, it's going to be a little time lapse. Hey everybody, welcome back. So after that time lapse, looks like things have been wrapped up here. I've got both beats mixed. There was one thing I forgot to do that I was meaning to do, and that was figure out this transition in the middle. And it turns out this transition right here, I'm going to play it solo. It's more or less a resample of the rest of the track. But slowed down. Now I couldn't get the grain to work correctly. There's some sort of like a downsampling algorithm they're using that isn't, I don't think, in Ableton, because I gave it my best shot and couldn't figure it out. But that's what it is. It's slowed down of what just came, and that's the transition between the two. Anyway, so both these beats are now complete. I didn't do the very tail end of this because it's not the same trick, and I didn't feel like it would add anything to your knowledge. Again, Beat 3 and Beat 2 of Sicko mode are going to be available on Patreon right now for you to go grab this template and see how it works. Grab them, screw it, chop it, do what you want. And yeah, $2 a month. Help your boy out because I'm certainly not getting any money from YouTube. All right. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video, something different. And let me know in the comments down below whether or not you think this was a good one. And if you have any suggestions for what comes next, leave me a comment down below. But I'll let you know right now, I've already picked out the next one. But I need more ideas for the ones following. So make sure you let me know. Lila, step up. Step up. So, as always, y'all, my name's GARDNSOUND. This is Lila the Bird. We'll see you later. Give me a kiss for the camera, huh? Good bird.